Alright, there it is. It doesn't look too special, but this is my prototype attempt at the 4DFX haptic feedback gaming chair with its own dual amps and Aurora bass shakers on the base of it. Let's just show it off here in action so you know what I'm talking about. We've got a Bluetooth connection from the computer, which is shown right there. Bluetooth to the, it's blurry, the GTBT receiver. Alright, it's a home spot Bluetooth receiver I have on the bottom of the chair. And let's just play some Skrillex. I know it's a little old school, but it's got the good bass, you know, so we can actually hear the effect. So let's go over here to the chair. Right now I have some headphones attached to the chair through 3.5 output right here on the back. And the reason we have that is just because obviously you need to have an output to your headphones somehow. Although these are Bluetooth headphones, the only way to actually use your Bluetooth headphones is to have a multiple Bluetooth output, which is about $50 more for that transmitter. So for the time being, I'm going to save the $50 and just use this cable. Let me plug it in here. Alright, got it. Okay, so once we have the headphones plugged in, I've got them configured to be plugged into the number, or the third one right here, so you can actually hear. So if I turn it down, you hear nothing, and boom. So you got your volume control from your chair via Bluetooth from the computer, or of course any other Bluetooth device, whether it be your phone or blah blah blah. Alright, so let's check out the cool part of this. The first one here is connected to the actual bass shakers on the bottom here. Yep. The bass shakers are being driven by two Lepi Hi-Fi 2.1 super bass amps. And running the chair just like this, which is at like, I don't know, let's say it's actually right at about 50%. We're running 71 watts. So, you know, right at about 70 to 80 watts is not bad. Let's go ahead and turn the chair down real quick, and we'll turn the headphones down. Currently the fourth one is not attached to anything. I have plans to get two Dayton little audio transducers that are going to go right up here inside the leather, and then we'll just put the little speaker wires down here through the zip line and attach them to the amps as well. Since the amps hold 68 watts of sub power, we're only using 50 on each channel right now. I can afford to add another two 15-watt transducers just to the top shoulders, which I'll post an update video when that actually happens. But as I was going on, let's just show you what this thing has. Right here we've got another 3.5 output. It can be used as a subbed. It can be used as a powered speaker output, or it can be used as a line in, actually. And that one would be giving, yeah, like I said, that one would give actual power to all of these. It gives audio signal to all of them. So we'll turn the chair down again. The second one right here is controlled, is actually going to the vest. And the vest we have over here. Let's pick that up real quick. So we turn the Core FX vest on. And you can hear it. I need to turn it up so you can hear it a little better. Of course, using this setup with the Oculus Rift DK2 is really, really fun. All the development projects that I'm working on are just intensified, I would say, by a 100 with this chair. It just makes the effect all more real when you've got the headset on. It really helps transport you. And of course, if you've got a joystick, you can play Elite Dangerous, and playing Elite Dangerous with the chair is mind-boggling. I couldn't believe when I first added this vest, I was amazed, and then of course when I added the chair, I was just speechless. Go ahead and turn the air off. Alright. So let's actually show the vest here. We'll turn the vest up. Wait a second. Must be the end of the song. Okay, yep, end of the song. So as you can hear, the transducers in the vest are working great. We'll go ahead and turn that down. Let's see, we've got these two bass shakers on bottom made by Aurora Sound. And these Aurora Sound bass shakers are 50 watts apiece, and I've got them hooked up with stereo sound, so you can actually kind of feel the beat go through your left and right, you know, butt cheeks. It's pretty awesome, as weird as it sounds. So let's check it out. If you turn the chair up, which is on the first dial here, you'll start to hear. Uh-oh. I mean, and of course, if I put these up on here, you can see they will vibrate off the chair. Oh, it looks like they got hooked on there. Okay, anyhow, yeah. And we've got just where the plug comes in right here, and two power supplies, as well as the other amp right there. So the Bluetooth connector, or the home spot Bluetooth transmitter, is right here, as well as I've got a Core FX transmitter right there. Okay, so I'm going to flip the chair over and show you how the bottom looks with it all hooked up, and we'll try that again. Alright, I'm going to show you the bottom of the chair and how it's all hooked up, so I'll flip it over. Alright, we've got the phone connected Bluetooth to the chair now, so, okay, there we go, just making sure. And as I said, the headphones right now are being used on this one. Let's go ahead and turn the chair up just a little bit. Let's see. Alright, one thing you have to remember is that the sounds that you're hearing from the chair are actually from this piece rattling. When you're actually sitting on the chair, most of that sound goes away. It's just embedded into your body and into your chest cavity, especially when using the Core FX unit. Right here is the setup that I have. If you have any questions, just let me know. But currently, like I said, I've got a bass shaker being run off of their own individual amp. If you try to run both bass shakers off of one amp, it will fail at 50% or even less. So it's requirement that each 50 watt have its own amp, as long as, you know, the amps are small like these. If you have a bigger amp, of course, then you can do what you want. These ones each supply, at least from what they're said, they supply 68 watts of sub-output power. These are 50 watt amps, and as I said, I plan on adding 2 more transducers on the back of the chair, and each one of those are 15 watts, so I should be able to add them to each of these singularly, and that should be just fine. Also, I have a line-in going to each of these, the Bluetooth and the tactical response unit. That way I can actually just configure each one separately through the little dial here. Also, a headphone amplifier is a must. The moment you start splitting your signal more than 2 times, it becomes extremely weak, and if you're using the Core FX vest, you'll actually notice that the effect does not come through the vest nearly as much. And you can hear it right now, just vibrating, especially if you put it on something. I mean, yeah, you can definitely hear it going, and I can just, like I said, change that as much as I want to. And it's really, really nice to be able to have that control over the vest and the chair at a moment. I can't stress enough how cool this is when you're actually playing a game or just sitting and listening to music. It's an extremely different experience, and I didn't really know that it was so cheap. Otherwise, I would have done it much sooner. I've spent probably altogether, well, it's less than $300, I can easily say that. It's probably closer to the $200 range, and anyhow, I'm going to make another video update once I get the other transducers and I can install them in the back. Also, just to show you one more little fun thing, I can, as I said, take a 3.5 jack as a powered speaker output. So if I plug that in, I've got my powered computer speakers, and I can just, and then of course